Guys, naglawig nami sa padong nami og Cebu. This is from Osamis to Cebu. Ito na ang Mars Resort. Mars Resort.
How is everyone today? That's awesome. Welcome aboard the Commo Queen and welcome to Mars Resort. My name is Captain Chad or Joe or Bob or whatever you can remember will work today. But actually, we really want to thank you for coming to Mars. If you guys had dinner, I hope you enjoyed it. If you're waiting, thank you for waiting. It's definitely worth the wait. For those of you that ate, that 20 bucks I give you, now is the time you say it's good. Just to tell you, no, I'm just joking. But thank you so much for coming to Mars. If you didn't know already, but Mars is celebrating its 100th anniversary this year.
Oh, wow.
So it's been here 100 years.
Wow.
So check out our Facebook. We're going to have all kinds of events in that throughout the summer. We're going to have like a ski show coming up in June, fireworks sometime in July or August and that. So music all the time. So please come back and enjoy. Wanted to point out a couple cool little things about Lake Commo here. That's the lake we're on. If you're thinking this was the Geneva tour, you guys definitely bought the wrong ticket. So sit back and kind of go from there. But over my shoulder here, that's actually called the Getaway. It's formerly the French Country Inn. It's this establishment there. It's made up of some lakeside hotels and then also a restaurant. The restaurant has a unique history, though. Not only does it, well, we're actually pretty proud of this. The owners of Mars actually purchased it last year. So, and they changed the name to the Getaway. Does anyone know why it would be called the Getaway? Anyone?
It's where the gangsters came up.
Bugsy Siegel.
Yes. Capone came up.
That's right. So Al Capone.
Nag-in-English man ang taga Cebu. Misamis to Cebu.
Stayed at that establishment many times. And that's not a tourist trap thing because I'll point out the Yellow House and tell you the same thing next to it. Just joking. What's that? That's right. I'll show you another place down the way that refers to that.
Bao mang ansong. Ang CR. Mo gani na ilang CR.
Because that's where the money is.
But a cool little history in addition to that, if you notice that in the decks right there, up in the trees, the original inn is in the trees. Trying to see it as you come around, you'll see the front porch in that. And that's the Norwegian exhibit from the Chicago Exposition 1893. It was built overseas by craftsmen of that country. It was then disassembled piece by piece, and each part was numbered. So every part of the flooring, the walls, everything. It was assembled in Chicago for the exposition. After the show was over, they then disassembled it and brought it up by rail and made it the inn that it is kind of today. So that's the area right in the trees that you see the front porches of. Upstairs is actually Dillinger's favorite room. They're going to be redoing that to its original condition. You'll be able to stay in this room that he made. Kind of neat little
So this
thing.
is Lake
But the
Commo,
rail
guys,
actually,
just let you
notice
know.
those power lines behind
But
there?
it's still
That's
part
the
of
railroad
Lake
bed.
Geneva.
That railroad bed, you used to be able to buy a ticket in Chicago or Como and used to come up here and either stop at Mars or stop right here. And then it carried on into Williams Bay. When you did stop at Mars, because of the height difference, there wasn't a depot. They actually had a side rail that had a rail car that was just acted as kind of like their little depot for many years. Way before my time, but you know, who knows. I do remember the train going through Lake Geneva though when I was little. I remember my mom said, look at that, because they're going to be stopping that soon. So that was pretty neat. But another cool little thing about this area is this little house right here, this yellow one with the brick facade. If you notice the brick facade, it's got bars on the window. Does anyone know why that is?
I was in jail. Was it the bank?
It's a bad neighborhood, and I hope you lock the cars. I'm not kidding. No, I am kidding. Actually, what that was is that was a former speakeasy. And those bars, that was the counting room. And downstairs, there's actually like a bank vault door, a giant door that they used to keep the money in and so forth. And as we come around the far side, you'll notice there's a garage door. Nowadays, you think a garage door in a house isn't a big deal. But back then, it wasn't a garage door. It was a false wall. They used to be able to pull that up, and they used to be able to park the cars underneath there so that you wouldn't think anyone was in the speakeasy, or not as many people were at your house at the time. And
Now it's someone's residence now?
yeah, I believe it's a VRBO currently.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
look at that.
Yeah.
It's very
Vacation
green
rental?
scenery.
Yeah, vacation rental. But the story has it, I wasn't there that night, but Babyface Nelson was at these locations where he left and he got tangled up with the FBI in Lake Geneva. And that's completely documented. They got into a gun battle where he ended up dying of his wounds in Barrington. So it all kind of came from here. So. And next time you come on the boat, I'll make up something else. That's the night view. No, actually, there is a book actually about the French Country Inn, which was getaway about it being haunted and that. I haven't read it yet.
Hi, Miss Queen.
You're on video.
Hi, Dave.
It's really nice. Right. I'll never stay there again. Good point. No, but hey, folks, if you have any questions about the lake, the actual, just to kind of fill you in, the lake is 3 miles long. It's about a mile wide. So it's 997 acres. And in case of an emergency, we have our life vests located up above. Children's are up front. Make sure the adults always get yours on first so you can help the child. In case of emergency, you pull down here. Or you can wait until the boat hits the bottom because it's only about 4 feet deep. It's all up to you guys. It's all up to you guys. If rather you not get the life vest,
Stand on the
just
roof.
say,
Got it.
yeah. No, just okay. But the lake is on average about 4 feet deep. The deepest part is about 10 feet to 12 feet right out here. Yes,
Oh,
ma'am.
This is not a man-made lake, right?
No, it is a natural lake.
Okay.
Yep, and it is managed by a dam though, but the dam's been there since 1883,
oh.
where they actually put a mill on this lake. In fact, the gentleman that built the first dam on Geneva Lake got into a little business dealings where he had to move, and so he came over here and he built a dam on this lake and he opened up a mill. So that it's been this way since 1883. Yep, and it is spring fed. Yeah. So along the shoreline, there's a number of springs that you can see if you were really to go up close. But it also is fen fed. So
Look
so
at
is
this.
Geneva Lake. Geneva Lake is actually through this area here, kind of over the road and through the woods. But pre-glacier, this was one body of water, they said. So Williams Bay is actually just through here, if you were kind of as the crow flies, they say. And that fen feeds
William
both
Bay.
Geneva and Lake Como. It's actually, when you leave up the road, you'll see that there's signs that say Kishwaukee, and that's part of the fen area that comes through. And it's basically a natural filtration system of groundwater, and that's what kind of keeps these lakes so clean. We're very shallow as opposed to Geneva Lake, where it's like 200 feet, 198 feet, so that's why it's a little cloudier here. But hey, if you guys have any other questions, feel free to ask. Otherwise, sit back and enjoy. Yes, sir.
General Maxwell, the Maxwell next to the got his property, he drive down over here. This part was just a driving area, you know, and
It was at one point, yeah. And obviously, because it's all that way. I don't know much about the Native American history, but I do know that for like many decades after the French came to this area, they didn't tell anybody about these things. But in fact, they would always point to the French
Where's the current? Where's the current, guys?